Chargebacks cost businesses over $30 billion annually, and AI is subject to these same issues. Now, how can AI address the chargeback problem? Well, first, let's take a step back. So most AI models require a credit card in order for operation to be used. So whether you're using Midjourney or ChatGPT, you have to use a credit card in order to make payments monthly for the service you use. Now, if you're a power user above the standard monthly payment, you pay more based on what API usage you have. So I know people in the industry who mentioned they have bills of $40,000 to $50,000 because they use it to run a large business at scale. Now imagine as a business, if your AI is hacked, someone gets access to your AI and they start pinging it like crazy using the resources that you're paying for, now they can rack up a huge bill and that can be a problem for you. Now as a business owner, are you gonna let that happen when someone steals your card? No, you're gonna report it as fraud and it's stolen from you, and this is known as friendly fraud, and now the AI company is at a loss. Those GPU resources, those computer resources that were used are gone. They can't be recompensated. So the AI company is taking a massive loss. So how can AI companies address for this? Part two, many people in the world do not have access to AI because they don't have access to traditional banking and credit cards. So some numbers for you. 4.5% of Americans, about 5.9 million, don't have access to credit. And 160 million consumers in India do not have access to credit or a banking system where they can make payments like this. So a pretty large portion of the world does not have access to these AI tools, which not only expand productivity and creativity, but are becoming staples to how business operates today. So how can we solve for this? What is being built that can address this problem that helps AI scale and gives accessibility of AI tools to people globally for an inclusive world? Let's take a look. Arthur Hayes is the co-founder and ex-CEO of the exchange BitMEX. He speaks specifically about how Bitcoin is the currency for AI. You can read his blog. We've got an image here and we'll link to it. But as soon as he put out that article, just within the same week, Lightning Labs released and addressed how this can be solved with their L402 protocol. Now, what's cool about the L402 protocol is it allows AIs and APIs to leverage Bitcoin and the Lightning Network. What's fascinating is AIs can actually act on behalf of themselves or on behalf of human users. And what's crazy about the L402 protocol, you can wrap an API with this toolkit and it allows whenever a payment tries to be made to an API, rather than hitting a dead end and failing, known as a 402 payment gateway error, it can actually make a payment for access to that tool. So why is this meaningful? Why does it matter that an AI can make payment to access something? Well, think of it this way. Right now, a lot of AIs have broad knowledge. They're not specialized. Soon, there will be specialized AI agents that only focus on one thing and master one thing, because training an AI costs a lot of money. So if you create an AI, let's say for the home services industry, or for the software building industry, or for, heck, let's just even say IT customer support, whatever it may be, there are going to be specialized AIs for very specific knowledge bases that will be optimized for 99.9% plus accuracy based on real-time data of the web. AI models currently, a lot of them are from 2021 and before, because training them costs such a tremendous amount of cash. And we have this payments problem like we've covered earlier in the video, where in order to monetize it properly, we have to reduce risks of chargebacks. We need people to pay in real time. And if you've read any of my past blogs about cash flow issues, it's $1 trillion problem in the business world. It's a headache. Real-time payments solves multi-trillion-dollar problems for multiple industries, and it reduces chargebacks. Plus, access to Bitcoin and the Lightning Network gives everyone on planet Earth who has a smartphone and an internet connection accessibility to money, capital, and AIs. So let's think about that. Businesses can reduce chargeback risks. Businesses can get real-time cash flow benefit. Consumers, millions upon millions of people, can have access immediately, as long as they have internet and a smartphone, to AI and pay per use. This gives every breathing, living person on Earth better accessibility to AI, and it makes it scalable. So it makes you ask the question, why are all these tokens made for AI? Does it really serve people, or does it serve the VCs and those who have incentives to create new things out of thin air for exit liquidity? Stay tuned, and we're going to keep talking about why Bitcoin is the money of the internet and the money for the machines.